On behalf of the committee, I want to extend a very special welcome to all our guests attending this gala dinner to felicitate the Sri Lanka cricket team. We warmly welcome the Sri Lanka cricket team and their partners, Coach Marwan Athapattu, the team manager, Mr. Michael De Souza, the support staff who do a lot of work behind the scene, and past Sri Lankan players present tonight, and all distinguished guests, and importantly, our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you that all money raised tonight will be going to the development of junior cricket in the North and East. We will be having a few auctions tonight, with cricket bats and balls being autographed by the top players. So bid freely, as it is for a very good cause. Ladies and gentlemen, to get on with the format of the night, let me welcome Mr. Bertie Ekanayaka, Vice President, Sri Lanka Cricket Melbourne Association, who will make the welcome address on behalf of the President, Mr. David Cruz. Bertie Ekanayaka, warm welcome for Bertie.
And on behalf of the committee, all of us here, I would like to thank Malik, Salia, Jerome, and all the other committee members and our subcommittee members for their great support that they've given to put this thing together.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Mohan De Silva, the Vice President of Sri Lanka Cricket.
We are confident that our national heroes will bounce back strongly because they have the ability, the courage, talent, and above all, the experience to deliver, because they can rise to any occasion when the occasion demands. So, Angelo, let me take this opportunity to wish you and your team all the best in the upcoming matches. Please be assured that we at Sri Lanka Cricket and the entire cricket-loving public of Sri Lanka are behind you.
Thank you, Mohan. Ladies and gentlemen, the next speaker is a very interesting person. I had the pleasure of playing cricket with him, and he used to always think he was bowling at about close to 80, 90 miles an hour. But that's what he thought. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome the manager of the Sri Lanka cricket team, Mr. Michael De Souza.
After that introduction, I don't know what to say. He's lucky that I'm not in the mood to tackle him right now. Cricket is a game where you got to peak at the right time, and our time is coming. We've come to win, and we shall win. We have, as you all know, some great cricketers in our team. I don't need to run through the names, but the accomplishments of some of them are making them legends even right now whilst they play. So we believe and are very confident that we're going to do extremely well in this World Cup.
This is a bat. ICC World Cup 2015 Sri Lanka squad, signed by the very important squad that we have here this evening. So obviously I've got some helpers here. We need some spotters, and we need to open the bidding on this, just remembering that all the money raised this evening goes to the development of cricket in the North and the East. And I've been very privileged in the last couple of years to go there a couple of times and see what's being done. So we need to support that as best we can. $3,250 in the centre, going once. $3,250 going twice. $3,250 for the third and final time. Sold.
Well, let's hear it for them. True legends of Sri Lankan cricket. We start with the captain. Angelo, Captaincy has really brought out the best in your cricket, in your batting. Average as captain is next to Sir Donald Bradman when it comes to around the 70 mark when you started captaining. What do you attribute this form to? The pressure of captaincy has seemed to have not bothered you. It's cool as a cucumber.
Well, please don't even compare me with the great Sir Donald Bradman. I've actually concentrated on my game and performances rather than being the captain.
Kumar, you are presently probably one of the, not one, the greatest cricketers come out of Sri Lanka as a batsman, wicket keeper, averaging 58, next again to the great Don. And I want to know what really has kept this continuous success for you right through the years to be able to sustain this focus and to be up where you are.
As any cricketer would tell you, it's no secret. It's a bit of talent, a lot of hard work in the nets, and a bit of just plain dumb luck at times that gets you through. But it's also nice to have to identify a process that you can repeat and that really works for you both at practice and in a game. So that once you replicate it over and over again, your chances of being successful is increased. And that's basically what I've tried to do throughout the years. Like Angie said, you know, you come into sides, you see players who are great, who you know, played ahead of you, and you try and emulate that, and then once you've reached a certain standard, you try and go beyond. And I guess that's the same with every side, with every cricketer that comes in. Looking at our side, I think we'll have players who'll go far beyond what we've achieved as players and as batsmen, and records-wise, I think you'll see a lot more being added into the Sri Lankan records larder once we leave and the new guys take over.
Also, what about your younger days when your dad read so many articles about all the... Did you think that contributed at all?
My father's coaching.
Yes.
Mental problems or cricket? You're talking about
Either. Gives you average of 58.
No, yeah, well, my father was and still is my coach, and he had his own way of working things out. He was very technical when it came to cricket, but also I think it was very good for me because it was never about the runs I scored, but it was also always about the way I scored them that mattered. Whether I scored 20 or 100, sometimes he'd tell me that I'd batted much better scoring my 20 runs than I did 100. And it's never been, you know, overly critical or overly negative. It's been, you know, a lot of good support. And there have been many days when I've been batting, even in recent years, when you know, I suddenly get a call from hotel reception at about 2 in the morning saying there's an urgent fax from home. And I panic thinking, oh, what's going on? What's wrong at home? And then I think, who the hell would send a fax if something's wrong? They probably call me, or, you know, there's other ways of communicating other than a fax. Then it's definitely my father. Because he would have just faxed through 2 pages of Don Bradman's, you know, the art of batting, and said, read that before you go into bat tomorrow. Maybe that'll do you some good.
Mahela, let's talk about, your wife just said you won't come back to Australia again. I hope you do, as a cricketer, as a test player. That a lot of people are not aware about all you guys do, the charities and the fundraising you do for the less fortunate people. What are your plans for the future? Some fine dining restaurants, coaching, media. Have you got anything in the pipeline?
No, I think I'll definitely come back to Australia, but as a retired cricketer.
Oh,
but
not as a cricketer.
Not as a cricketer. But no, I think after retirement is all about spending some quality time with the family and friends, and, you know, catching up on things that you missed out all these years. But at the same time, I think coaching, honestly, I don't think I have patience for coaching. It's a tough job, and you probably have the same lifestyle as a cricketer, and I think you're trying to get away from that at least for a few years. But I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of other things happening in my life, and try and have focus in that. You know, it'll be a new challenge for me. Charity, yes, that's something that I love. With Kuma and Murali and a few of the other boys, we've got some good things going. Foundation of Goodness is one thing. But other than that, I think, spend time at home, play a bit of golf, get my weekend passes from my wife, make sure that I be on the golf course.
Thank you, Mahela. Angie, we are fortunate to have you as the youngest Test captain at the age of 25. It's a big and a very fruitful investment for Sri Lanka cricket. And we see these two legends beside you who will, I hope not too soon. There are a few more records to go. We're not talking about records, but they're just capable of contributing back to Sri Lankan cricket. The vacuum that they're going to leave, what is your take on the future?
Almost gone down on my knees and begged them to, play for a couple of more years.
We will all do that.
But unfortunately, they've, called it a day, and we've got to accept that. We've got to, accept it. But I think the amount of service that they've done for Sri Lanka cricket and for our team is amazing, and the passion that they've, created within the dressing room is unbelievable. So we are extremely thankful to these two, and I had the privilege of playing together with them, greats like them, proper gentlemen, and they've taught us quite a lot of things. So we are extremely thankful, and I think we've got a good set of youngsters who are coming through the ladder, and I'm pretty sure they'll, with time, definitely with time, they'll take up the challenge. But I think to fill their shoes is going to be very hard for all of us, and then let's hope and pray that they'll all take the responsibilities and move forward.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Kumar Sangakkara, Mahela Jayawardena, Angelo Lienige, and wish you all the best for the rest of the series. Thank you.
Sing with me, everybody. All right. Thank you.